Russian security agencies have now confirmed that it is dropping charges against Wagner Mercenary Group. The Wagner Group are accused of staging an armed mutiny to topple the country's military leadership. The authorities have demanded the transfer of classified Wagner hardware to Moscow. Russia says it has destroyed multiple equipment and facilities deployed by Ukrainian forces in bordering regions. Now, according to the Defense Ministry, Russian forces used long-range, high-precision missiles for the attack. The ministry reports of destroying Ukrainian armored vehicles, US-made self-propelled cannons, and scores of other equipment in the Ukrainian military facility. In addition, the Russian Air Force has also intercepted drones launched from Ukraine. On the other hand, General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces said that there have been 36 separate battles on the front line in the past 24 hours. Russia started holding tactical fighter jet exercises over the Baltic Sea with the goal of testing their combat readiness. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, crew of the Su-27 fighter jets went airborne and fired cruise missiles at mock enemy aircrafts. The ministry added that in addition to improving skills, the fighter jets' crew are on round-the-clock combat duty guarding the airspace of Russia's Kaliningrad enclave. Russian Defense Ministry claims that it has intercepted 3 British warplanes over the Black Sea near its border. The ministry says the jets took a U-turn when Russian Su-27s approached them. However, the warplanes did not violate the Russian airspace. British officials later confirmed that they had sent jets in that area for a routine operation in the international airspace. The European Union member states have adopted a decision to raise their funding to Ukraine for military aid. The European Peace Facility Fund will be boosted by $3.8 billion to purchase weapons and ammunition and train Ukrainian soldiers. The EU countries contribute to the EPF fund according to the size of their economies and have already contributed $5 billion in military aid. The latest grant will take the total fund pool to over $13 billion. The EPF fund was started by EU in 2021 to maintain regional peace and defend EU interests abroad. North Korea held mass rallies in Pyongyang. People shouted slogans vowing a war of revenge to destroy the United States. It followed the 73rd anniversary of the outbreak of the Korean War. About 120,000 working people and students took to the roads across the capital on Sunday. People were seen holding posters that read, "The whole U.S. mainland is within our shooting range," at the May Day Stadium. Participants also rallied in front of the U.S. Navy ship USS Pueblo, seized by North Korea in 1968. This came amid concerns that Pyongyang could conduct another launch of its military spy satellite to boost monitoring of U.S. military. Its first attempt ended in failure on May 31st. In other news at this hour, Kenya's stand on the LGBTQ+ community is being challenged by lawmakers who support a new family protection bill. The bill mirrors the Ugandan law which outlaws homosexuality. The bill will soon be debated by the Kenyan parliament and has a very high chance of becoming law. The bill would impose the death penalty for aggravated homosexuality, 5 years for promoting homosexuality, and 10 years for gay sex. Former Audi boss Rupert Stagler was handed a suspended sentence of 1 year, 9 months by a Munich court on Tuesday. The sentencing was for fraud by negligence in the 2015 diesel scandal. Stagler became the first former Volkswagen board member to receive such a sentence. He was fined $1.2 million, which will go to the state treasury and non-government organizations. The former CEO would face a sentence in the middle of 1.5 to a 2-year time frame. Hundreds of Israeli protesters have been demonstrating against the government's planned judicial overhaul. The latest protest took place in front of the House of Justice Minister Yariv Levin. Protesters set tires ablaze, blocked streets and entered into scuffles with the police. The protests are against the new reforms which limit the Supreme Court's powers of judicial review. The Gabonese government has announced that the presidential, legislative and local elections will be held on August 26th. The incumbent president, Ali Bongo Ondimba, and his party currently stand as the overwhelming favorites of the public against a very divided opposition. The presidential, legislative and local elections will be conducted on the same day. Voting for citizens will open at 7 a.m. and close at 6 p.m. local time. People lit candles at midnight outside Uruguay's legislative palace in the capital Montevideo to commemorate the 50th anniversary of a 1973 coup d'etat. The coup marked the beginning of a 12-year-long civil-military dictatorship. The vigil was called by the Jacaranda group, which comprises of children and teenagers who were direct victims of state terrorism. The message "Democracy Forever" was projected on the walls of the legislative palace. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.